Good morning, student. Dear student, in your today's class, we will start a new chapter, that is ratio, proportion, and unitary method, which is related to the ratio, proportion, and unitary method. So let us start from the some definitions of the chapter. That is, your first definition is given the ratio. Then what is the ratio? The ratio of two non-zero numbers A and B. First is ratio. The ratio of two non-zero numbers A and B is A upon B and R, and we write it and we write it A ratio B. So to find out the ratio of two non-zero numbers, two non-zero same quantities, the ratio of same quantity, same types of the quantity to non-zero number, that is A upon B. So to find out the number, to find out ratio of two numbers, first we write them in the form of fraction, in the form of fraction. Second, we convert them in simplest form. Third, then we write them in form of ratio. Example, ratio of 150 and 275. Find out the ratio of these two quantities, these two numbers. We will write it in the first, we write it in the form of fraction. So we write it 175 upon 275. Second, we convert them in the simplest form. Now we convert in the simplest form. To convert, divide by FCF of numerator and denominator. We will divide both numerator and denominator by the HCF. Now what is the HCF of this? That is HCF of 175 and 275 is 25. So we will divide it, that is 25 divided by 25. We get, that is 7, 11. So this is 7 upon 11. Now ratio is equal to 7 ratio 11. The ratio of 150, sorry, here is written 150, not 175. That is 6. Okay. So it's clear how we find the ratio of two numbers. To find out the ratio of two non-zero number A and B, A upon B, and we write A ratio B. So to find out the ratio of two numbers, we write them in the form of the fraction. Again we convert them in the simplest form. How we convert them in the simplest form? To convert a fraction in the simplest form, we will divide by the HCF of numerator and denominator. Then we write them in the form of ratio. Okay, this is your example. You note it. Here some more things. Here A is called first term and B second term. Second term of ratio. Second term of ratio. Okay. Now next, equivalent ratio. Equivalent ratio. On multiplying or dividing by same number in both terms of ratio, we get equivalent ratio, or you can say, to find out equivalent ratio, we multiply or divide or divide by same number in both terms. Suppose A ratio B, then A ratio B A and B in the ratio, so A by B, that is you can multiply M divided by M, that is A by B is equal to A M upon B M. Okay, so to find out the equivalent ratio, we will multiply or divide by same number. Okay, or to find out the equivalent rational number, A ratio B is equal to A by B is equal to A divided by M and B divided by M. So to find out the equivalent ratio, we will divide or multiply by same number in both terms. Okay. Clear? Note it. Okay. If A by B and C by D are two ratios and A by B is equal to C by D when if A into D equal to B into C. Two ratios are equivalent when the product of first term of the first ratio and second term of the second ratio is equal to the first term of the second ratio and second term of the first ratio. When AD is equal to BC, A by B is equal to C by D if A by A into D is equal to B into C. Okay, two ratios are equivalent when the product of their first term and second term, that is this, is equal to this. Okay. Next, ratio in simplest form. Ratio in simplest form. The ratio A ratio B is said to be in simplest form. A ratio B is said to be in simplest form when the HCF of A and B is 1. The HCF of A and B is 1. So we can say to convert a ratio in simplest form we divide both terms of ratio by their SCF. A ratio is said to be in the simplest form when their SCF is 1. If that is not in the simplest form, to convert that in the simplest form, we will divide by the SCF of the both term, SCF of first term and last term. First term and second term are the SCF of antecedent and consequent. SCF of antecedent and consequent. Okay, you note it. Next, to convert a given ratio in the simplest form, that is done. Ratio of two quantities in same unit. Okay. Now we come on next topic, that is comparison of ratios. To compare any two ratios, or we want to write in the ascending or descending order, or we want to compare ratios that is more than 2. More than 2 or more than 2. First we write them in the form of fraction. First we write them in the form of fraction. Second, we express them in equal denominator. express them in equal denominator by LCM. We express them in equal denominator by LCM. Third, now we compare the numerator. We compare the numerator. Example, 2:3 and 3:4. Which is more or which is less? So we will write 2 upon 3 and 3 upon 4. This is your first one. We write them in the form of the fraction. Now we make equal denominator. To make the equal denominator, we take LCM of 3 and 4. This is this 3 and this 4. That is 12. Now 3 4s are 12. That is 4 into 2 and 4 3s are 12. That is 3 into 3. This implies 8 upon 12 and 9 upon 12. Here the denominator is same. Now the denominator is same. So we compare the numerator and 8 is less than 9. So 8 upon 12 is less than 9 upon 12. That is 2 upon 3 is less than 3 upon 4. Okay? That's clear? Note it. Okay. Now we come on the exercise 10A. Exercise 10A. Your first question is given as find each of the following in the simplest form. First, 24 to 56. To find out the ratio, we will write them in the form of fraction, that is 24 upon 56. Now, SCF of 24 and 56 is 8. We divide both terms by 8, that is 24 divided by 8, 56 divided by 8, that is 3 upon 7, that is 3:7. So this is the simplest form of the ratio. So to find out the ratio in the simplest form, 84 paise to 3 rupees. Second, 84 paise to rupees. To find out ratio of two quantities, their unit must be same. Here the unit is paise and here is the rupee, so we convert them in the same unit, that is 84 paise and 300 paise. Cause 1 rupees is equal to 100 paise. Okay, so now 84 upon 300, that is, we write in the simplest form. When you find out the HCF of 84 and 300, that will be 6. 6 ones are 6. Now, seven upon 25, that is 7 ratio 25. The ratio, the HCF of 84 and 300, that will be 12. That is 12. Okay, so note it. So to find out the ratio, to find out the simplest form, we will convert them in the same unit and then we divide them by the HCF of both terms. Okay. Okay student, in today's class we had discussed about the some definitions and we also solved the sum question from the exercise 10a. Some more questions are given in the exercise 10a that we will solve in your next class. Okay, thank you, good day.